Hey everybody, is it necessary for men of today who wish to be in covenant to be circumcised? It's an important question, and let's do what we always do. Let's get into the Word and find out the answer to this question. Shalom everybody, and welcome to Beit Tefillah. I get asked this question a lot. Believe it or not, lately it's probably in my top 10 list of questions that I get asked from guys wanting to know, do I need to be circumcised or not? They feel a little bit awkward asking me this sometimes, and they shouldn't, because it's something that needs to be discussed. A lot of guys don't want to talk about it. A lot of teachers don't even want to go there with it, but we really do, because it's important for those who wish to be walking in Torah and those who wish to be in covenant. It's far easier to examine what Elohim commands of those who wish to be considered his people. Starting with Genesis 17:10. This is my covenant which you guard between me and you and your seed after you. Every male child among you is to be circumcised. That's kind of right to the point. Genesis 17:13. He who was born in your house and he who was bought with your silver has to be circumcised. So shall my covenant be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. Everlasting covenant, that's one of the signs. Okay, that's a no-brainer with that verse right there. And the following verse is exactly why I would not want to be uncircumcised. Genesis 17:14. And an uncircumcised male child who is not circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin, his life shall be cut off from his people. He has broken my covenant. That makes it crystal clear right there. Cut off from his people is a Hebrew idiom meaning not make it into the kingdom. We're told that about the Sabbath. We're told that about the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We're told that about being afflicted on Yom Kippur. We have circumcision too. 4 things about being in covenant that if you don't do, you're not going to make it into the kingdom. And we know that the Passover, so let's read about it here in Exodus 12:48-49. And when a stranger sojourns with you and shall perform the Passover to Yahuwah, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and perform it, and he shall be as a native of the land. But let no uncircumcised eat of it. There is one Torah for the native born and for the stranger who sojourns among you. There's just one covenant, there's one Torah, there's one set of laws and right ruling for all the people who want to be considered the Creator's people. You're all to do it, and those who are not circumcised are ineligible to partake of the Passover. There should be a slam dunk confirmation for any of those guys out there who are wondering, should I do it, should I not do it? Deuteronomy 4:2. Do not add to the word which I command you, and do not take away from it, so as to guard the commands of Yahuwah your Elohim, which I am commanding you. So, as far as circumcision goes, number 1, it is a commandment. Number 2, it is one of the signs of Yahuwah's covenant with us, his people. Number 3, it is forever. Number 4, it is required for Passover, and we know that no Passover, not getting in the kingdom. Number 5, Torah makes it clear, not circumcised, then you are cut off from Yahuwah's people. It's all very simple. Churchianity does what churchianity does, because as we've talked about a lot of times on this channel, we know that Paul gives people an out, they think. We've got the Torah, we have what the Creator commanded of us, that should be our guidelines. Not that Paul, I don't think Paul says we have to do that. That's what religion does. That's what churchianity does. And when they're standing before the Creator on that great day of judgment, is their excuse of, well, Paul said this. It's not going to work. So I hope this short video answers the question of those who have been asking this, or those who may have not asked yet but have been wondering it. You know, and for all the guys who need to go through this, I feel for you guys. But at least it's a lot easier today with doctors and anesthesia than it was for some of these guys way back in the day when they, full-grown men standing out there, and when Abraham was given the command, okay, you need to go and circumcise all your men. Probably a lot of guys going, what? They just had a little sharp rock, a flinty thing, and just, oh. So anyway, but it's something that needs to be done. If it's going to keep us out of the kingdom, if we're not circumcised, we better do it. Seriously. It's a command. It's forever, like we just talked about. So I hope this short video blessed you. Please subscribe if you can support us and what we teach and what we do here at Beit Tefillah. We appreciate everyone who has. Thanks to all who have forwarded our videos, everybody who's liked them and commented and shared them all over Facebook. We sure appreciate that. A big shout out to everybody scattered around the world in the greater dispersion in the body of Mashiach. Shalom from all of us here at Beit Tefillah Productions. Everybody be blessed and have a wonderful day.